Welcome to my channel. Alright, so imagine this. You're scrolling, you see 2026 Subaru Forester, and you think, okay, another mild refresh. But then you actually look at it, and yeah, this one hits a little different. This is our first real look at the 2026 Subaru Forester, and honestly, it feels like Subaru finally decided to shake things up instead of playing it safe. Longtime Forester fans, don't worry, it's still very much a Forester, but the vibe, more confident, more modern, and weirdly a little sporty in a way we're not used to from Subaru. From the outside, the design is the first thing that grabs you. It's boxy in a good way, like Subaru leaned into the SUV shape instead of trying to smooth it out. The front end looks tougher with a wider stance and sharper headlights that give it a more aggressive face. It feels more premium too, like Subaru wants this to stand next to bigger, more expensive SUVs and not look out of place. Some people are already joking that it has a hint of that Italian supercar confidence, not because it's flashy, but because it looks purposeful and planted, like it knows exactly what it is. Moving around the side, the lines are cleaner, the proportions feel more balanced, and it just looks solid. This is the kind of SUV that looks just as good pulling up to a trailhead as it does parked outside a nice cafe. And around back, it's simple but modern, nothing overdone, just clean and intentional. Now, under the hood, this is where things get really interesting. Subaru is finally leaning harder into hybrid tech for the Forester, and honestly, it's about time. The 2026 model is expected to focus heavily on a hybrid setup that's smoother, more efficient, and way more refined than what we've seen before. This isn't about turning the Forester into some silent spaceship. It's about better fuel economy, quieter driving, and stronger low-speed response for daily use and light off-road adventures. And if you're worried that hybrid means boring, don't be. The way Subaru is tuning this feels more natural, more responsive. It's still got that all-wheel drive confidence Subaru is known for, but now with a more modern feel behind the wheel. It's less about raw power and more about how confident and controlled it feels when you're driving it every day. Off-road fans, you're definitely not forgotten here. The Forester has always been that sneaky capable SUV, the one people underestimate until it's climbing muddy trails or cruising through snow like it's nothing. The 2026 version builds on that. Ground clearance is still solid, the all-wheel drive system is smarter, and the drive modes are designed to make tricky terrain less stressful. This isn't a hardcore rock crawler, but for camping trips, dirt roads, snowstorms, and weekend exploring, it's absolutely in its element. Inside, the changes are even more noticeable. Subaru finally stepped up the interior game in a big way. The cabin feels cleaner, more modern, and way more comfortable. The screens are larger and easier to use, and thankfully, Subaru didn't go full everything is a touchscreen. You still get physical controls where it matters, which is huge if you actually drive in the real world. Materials feel nicer too, less of that hard plastic everywhere, and more soft touch surfaces where your hands naturally land. The seats look more supportive, especially for longer drives, and there's a strong focus on comfort without losing that practical Subaru DNA. You still get tons of visibility, plenty of headroom, and that airy feeling Forester owners love. Tech-wise, it's more connected and more intuitive. The infotainment system feels quicker and cleaner, smartphone integration is smoother, and Subaru's driver assist features are more refined. It's the kind of setup that helps you without constantly reminding you it's there. Now, let's talk pricing, because this is where the Forester usually shines. While official numbers aren't fully locked in yet, expectations are that the 2026 Forester will stay very competitive. Subaru knows this is a core model, and they're not going to price it out of its own audience. You're likely looking at a starting price that still feels reasonable, with higher trims and hybrid versions pushing up a bit, but still undercutting a lot of rivals when you factor in all-wheel drive and standard safety features. Compared to past models, this feels like a genuine step forward. Older Foresters were dependable, practical, and a little bit safe.
The 2026 version still has that reliability and usefulness, but now it has personality. It feels like Subaru listened to feedback and said, okay, let's make this more exciting without losing what makes it great. If you're coming from an older Forester, the difference will be noticeable immediately. Quieter ride, better tech, more comfort, and a stronger overall presence. And if you're cross-shopping other compact SUVs, this one suddenly feels a lot harder to ignore. So, yeah, first impressions, the 2026 Subaru Forester finally feels like a bold evolution instead of a small update. It's smarter, more stylish, more efficient, and still rugged enough to live up to the Subaru name. It's not trying to be something it's not, it's just doing what it's always done, but better. If this is the direction Subaru is heading, the Forester's future looks very, very good. And honestly, I can't wait to see one in person.